Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gallop Major, and today we're reviewing the Tech Tree Tier 5 Russian battleship, the Izmail. So this is a game of domination on Trident and looking at the other team. Tier 5 and 6 game. Akatsuki and Benson both Stout Torpedo, and the Akatsuki is a Blasty. Oh, there's just lots of enemy ships there. I haven't really had the chance there because I'm already going to be getting detected very soon. So in fact, I'm actually going to start turning out something that, if I can achieve it, it does mean the Izmail does do better running away. However, those New Mexico shots have fallen mostly short, thank God. Right, so the Izmail survivability. You have above average HP, however you have the finished armour up about you. Basically, that's the way the armor statistics in this game is basically just gives us like the bottom and the top of the band. And looking at the top of the band, we've got the slightly thinner than everyone else. Let's see what that does. Very nice. Now we have quite an average torpedo reduction value as well. Going on to the guns, we have a good number of guns. We've got 12 14-inch guns, 4 triple gun turrets. So you bring quite a lot of guns to the fight, but you're quite comparable to the other 14-inch battleships at this tier. Now they have quite an average range and average reload speed for the caliber, and you have the fastest turret traverse speed, which is quite a nifty thing to take on board. It means that even so, you have this really weird turret arrangement. You've got your A turret faces forward. Your X, P and Q turret all face rearwards, so it means when you're moving forwards, if you need to switch gun sides through, your turrets have to go all the way around just to switch sides. Let's go there and see what happens. So having that increased or better traverse speed out of the tier is quite nice. Nearly finished him. Now for the gun caliber, you have quite good shell damage characteristics, and you have the highest fire chance, so you're better than the British for setting fires. The problem is I find like the AP is just so universal that I end up just playing the whole game in AP unless I really need to make that switch to HE. Let's see if we can find this still. Okay. Because the accuracy is quite nice, and then they just do things like that. Now here I'm already predicting I need to switch my gun sides for the New Mexico, so the nice one is like the turrets seem to be able to traverse almost as about the same takes a bit longer if you're going like full left to full right compared to the reload speed, but it's still quite good. Manoeuvrability wise, we're the second fastest, we're only second to the French. However, we have the largest turning circle, but we do have the fastest rudder shift, so we can kind of, it digs in quickly to almost like compensate for that quite large turning circle. It does mean that you're, that's the thing, like the Izmail, your citadel's quite high in the water. That's something to mention in the survivability, so like if you're broadside on, you will get really badly punched for it. However, your guns just seem to really pack a nice punch. So it means if you do get a broadside target, you can kind of just bring it all home, which is quite nice. Let's see if I can just quickly swish out and get these turrets in. There we go. So that kind of shows it, like our guns are good, however our armor's not that good, so it's kind of like a bit of a balance. We could chase the outer air, but I'm not sure if that's really the wisest play. Concealment wise, we have quite a competitive concealment for the tier, which is quite nice. It means that basically you sit quite nicely in the middle. You're not the best, but you're not the worst. Now, consumable wise, you come with three damage cons, so not like the other nations where you get an infinite amount. You'll get a limited number. Now these will last for 11 seconds, take 40 seconds to reload. The good thing about them is their reload. They have the fastest reload. I guess the downside is the limited number, and if I'd use any kind of commander ability, you can just get another one. Repair parties, you only get 2. Now they do heal 296 health per second for 28 seconds. That basically means that a single heal pack should be able to heal 8,288 non-citadel damage. So that's quite nice. However, the downside is the restricted number of them. Only getting 2 is quite a downside. So if you can do anything to get more of them, that's going to be better. Now I'm going to see if I can just follow this Scharnhorst. Yeah, when we talk about that with the fastest for the tier, we're only about 1 knot slower than the French, so it's not like a massive difference. So you're quite a nifty battle cruiser. Now I think I kind of covered that the guns feel quite accurate, and even when they're not accurate, you've got so many shells going down range that it's kind of like if you throw enough shit at a wall, something's going to stick, which is quite nice. And then when they hit, they seem to hit quite hard too. Now you have quite a small superstructure. You can see that there's not a lot of anything on the top deck. You've got 4 turrets, 2 funnels, and a fore and aft bridge. So it's not really that much there. And so what that kind of means is it can be difficult for people to set fires to you. Now, for mods wise, I've gone for aiming systems. The reason being is it seems to be the best mod. Your options are either improve your traverse speed at the cost of rate of fire, or it's improve your secondaries overall. But I'd rather not improve the secondaries because the secondaries don't seem to be that impressive. Am I going to be able to make it around it? I don't think I am. Or I might if I swing it around and dodge those torpedoes. But there's a lot of destroyers here, and this is probably going to turn into an absolute torp fest. And we're getting pinched by their battleships, which I don't like. We've lost all our support ships, really. We've got 1 cruiser left, which isn't that good. Yeah, so I like the Izmail quite nicely, having played in the British, and she does. So I play like a lot of British battleships, and the Izmail kind of, I play her like I play my Warspite, my Lizzie. She's very kitey. She does like to be angled. However, you do have to kind of kick out your broadside just to bring your turrets on board, and sometimes that means you can dodge torpedoes. It also means that you have to have quite a broad stance when you have to do that. And that's when you get citadel. Now I'm going to get donkey punched in the middle here because I'm the only one here. So there we go, there's my health getting chunked out. So probably not long this world, but we managed to get 4 citadels, 3 kills and 85,000 damage, which is quite a nice contribution. Going to use that repair. I find that the limited number of repair parties isn't a massive thing because you don't use that many anyway, or you shouldn't use that many anyway as a experienced commander. Let's see if I can get one more body off. There we go. But because basically you shouldn't be using your damage. Oh, got another kill there. Nice. What you shouldn't be using your damage con for like a single fire. You should only ever be using your damage con for 2 fires or flooding at least. The nice one with the Russians is because of that fast reload, if you do get 2 fires you can kind of put them out, and then if you get hit by a torpedo you haven't got too long to wait for them to come back. But still bear in mind when it comes to using those damage control points that you don't have many, so you can't just waste them on like a single fire every now and then. And so here we are at the end screen. So unfortunately our team weren't able to bring it back. I think we took the enemy team down to just 2 destroyers and a battleship. But I think because they had those destroyers left, the destroyers were able to like keep getting the torpedoes out, which then obviously kept affecting the health of our battleships. So even though they didn't get, well, they got reasonable kills for the team. I think the last 2 ships they managed to claw it up, which is quite nice. Still made a pretty penny though. Came top of the team with 4 kills. But yeah, that kind of showcases like almost like the armour and the guns of the Izmail at the same time, so I hope that kind of shows off quite nicely. Now, if you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. I'm the Gareth Major, and back to the port.